Okay, guys, I'm back. I had a really long day of work, and it's final season, and it's junior year. But I'm trying to post every week. The latest I would post is Sunday, and the earliest I post is Thursday. Again, I'm Nevaeh. And anyways, starting with this, I want to make this very clear on this video. I've had so many situations and friendships that I think it's very important to talk about it. And also because I'm doing these videos because people actually learn from it. I've heard, I think. So as much as it's for my own healing and own philosophicalness, it's also for whoever watches it, so I appreciate it. Anyways, let's start to talk about friendship. Yes, it's giving My Little Pony friendship is magic, but sometimes it's not always like that. And getting older, honestly, it's not really always going to be like that. It's so rare to have a group of friends that you actually love and feel comfortable around and you can totally be yourself around. And I think people need to have more gratitude for that, because I definitely do. And it's not like oh my god, because I do this, you should do this, but it's just for yourself. So let's start talking about friendship. All of the parts of friendship. I've had my own journeys with friendship. I've had my own scenarios. And with so much of it, it's taught me a lot. Even with the friendships that didn't work out and those that I didn't consider my people, I'm still very grateful for the experience I had with them, because it taught me that I will find my people, and high school is not like an immediate, I'm going to find all of my best friends, because I'm very lucky to just have my core, you know? And also this is going to be a video of how to really, I'll talk about it. I'm going to name an example from, let's think. I have too many scenarios that I actually had to think of who I'm gonna, I'm gonna talk about someone from high school, and I'm not gonna say who, and I'm not gonna be oh my god. It's just my own thing, and I'm gonna make it very brief because nobody needs to know my business, and I would hope you wouldn't want to tell everybody your business too. So it's not bad that I'm doing that. This person was just not healthy. At least for me. They will be healthy for someone else, but for me, I just could not handle it. They were expecting me to be there all the time and text them all of the time. And the thing is, I'm a good texter not because I'm oh my god, oh my god, this is gonna sound bad. I love answering people, but also it's for my own cleansing of, I hate having notifications on my screen, so I'll always answer everybody. But this was in the terms of I was texting them every single day about their own stuff, and it started to get a lot. And it's perfectly fine to have your own needs and want to rant to your friends about it, because I will always be there for people. And even if you're watching this video, I will be there for you too. Don't hesitate to talk to me. But it just got too much that it felt like I was their therapist. And some things that I was uncomfortable with just weren't really changing. And that's also on my end, because I'm not the best communicator, or I wasn't. I'm going to say I wasn't, because I can definitely do better now. And just weren't really treating me the way that I thought I should be treated in a friendship. And what I did was not really the best case in scenario, but I still communicated, and I was hey, I don't really think this friendship's going to work, because it's just not it. And I promise you, you're not the villain for you can't handle a friendship. You just have to be very clear with that person, because they won't just know from hints. Everyone expects people to know what people are thinking based off little hints or things of their texting. But that's just not realistic. I'm not gonna know if someone's mad at me, or if they feel uncomfortable about something I've done, unless they tell me. And that's why a great way in your relationships or your friendships in this scenario is to really communicate and talk about it. I know it's very simple steps, and it might be oh my god, why is she telling me basic things? It's just because sometimes people don't really take the moment to listen and be wait, maybe I just need to talk about it. Because I promise you, if a scenario has been bothering you for the entire month, babe, I think you need to talk about it. I think you need to reach out to that person and be hey, this is going on. and I need a change and a shift of something. It will not work out in a friendship if you do not tell them what is the problem. It just won't. You will grow resentment for the person. And I know that from my own experience and because of my own feelings in friendships. I started to literally not like the person before I communicated about it because I was just so like, oh my god, like what, like why can't they just fix things? But the thing is, people also won't change for you at all. And the biggest thing is, don't expect people to change for you because they won't. They will change for themselves. And I think that is beautiful, to change for yourself, not for another person. It's glorious, I promise you. But you just can't expect that. You can't expect people to be you and how you would do a situation, because I fear I was a prisoner of that myself. I would expect people to handle things the way I did or feel as deeply of emotions as I did, but that's just not it, because then they're not themselves. And it's beautiful to be yourself, I promise you. It really is. So communicate if you feel like there's something bothering you. Even if it takes you a long time, it will be worth it. The littlest things to push yourself up, like I can do this, you can do it. It is not impossible to communicate with someone, I promise you. Whoever says that like it's impossible, it's not. It really isn't. It's providing for yourself rather than, here's the thing. If you're stuck thinking on, oh my god, what's their response? Think of it like this. I'm doing this for me because I feel this way and I want things to change. Or in this another scenario, I want things to just be flat out done. No one can read your mind, I promise you. I know everyone wants fucking telekinesis powers, but it's just not possible. Number one step in friendship is communication, I promise you. Not communication like you text every day. I mean communication in like, hey, if something's up, tell me about it. You know? Here's another scenario. And this was in the middle school days, so I fear if you knew me in middle school, I'm not how I am now. So I'm just not. Again, there's no reason to say names because I'm not petty like that. I don't care. I've gotten to a point in my life where I don't really care what people think about me, and I don't really care if people think that there's something wrong with me or there's something bad about me, because I know myself deep down more than anybody else, and you should too. Nobody knows you better than yourself. But anyways, in this scenario, I don't even know what these people were doing, honestly. They just weren't treating me good, kind of ignoring me, being like, not noticing that I was there. And I get that you have other friends there, but when you're sitting at lunch with these people in middle school, you're gonna be like, oh my god, they hate me. Which I promise you, they probably don't. And again, that's just another thing of communicate. But anyways, it took me like 5 minutes to remember what I was gonna say. So when I really like took time to think about that situation, I was realizing, one, we were all 13 to 14 years old. We're all teenagers thinking similar things, and also some of them were thinking that this guy was the love of their life when it's 8th grade, for crying out loud. It's 8th grade. And sometimes in friendships, their emotions and how they feel doesn't always reflect about how they feel about you. And that's something that took me a long time to understand. And I don't think that's embarrassing that it took me a long time to understand that. But sometimes people could just be going through battles in their head. I've been a victim of it myself. And I just have bad behavior and they think I hate them. Which the thing is, I don't. Like, if I don't talk to you, or I just seem very out of it at school, or I'm just not physically there, or even if I'm making a snarky comment, it's not always because of I'm mad. It's just sometimes people don't really know how to talk to people and also deal with so many thoughts in their head, so it just like splurges, you know, and that's perfectly fine. But let's be healthy about that, though. Let's not make it into a situation where you do this every day and then you start treating people like shit and then it turns into on purpose. And with any of this, I'm not mad at any people for it, because I am so grateful for all the experiences I've had to make me understand what I want in my own friends and what I also need for myself, more importantly. It's very good to be aware of what you need in your friends. And that's like looking in for relationships. It's like, what do I need and what do I want in friendships? Sometimes there's also different categories of friends. Sometimes I just have friends that I purely hang out with and laugh with and I have a great time. Some I just ask to hang out and I just hang out, you know? And some I can talk deeply about with stuff and it's perfectly fine. And some I literally just talk to every fucking 5 months and that's perfectly fine and that's perfectly healthy. People in this generation kind of make it seem like if, like, someone doesn't talk to you or, like, if a friend doesn't talk to you, they're a bad person. But it's like, again, with saying that, we all have our own lives and, like, no one is gonna hate you. And it's also about, you don't need anybody. You don't. Every single person who says that they need something, meaning in a person, you don't. Because this might sound harsh. It really does. But the thing is, I'm saying this for example, like, I'm going to say this about a middle school friend. I have known this person since 5th or 6th grade. And even if a person wasn't in my life, I don't need them, nor am I dependent on them to live my life, because I've had a life without people before. And so have all of you. So if you're feeling like you need someone or you're depending on someone, you don't, because you can live your life without it if it's bad for you. But if this is a good friendship, then I don't know why you should be considering to really get rid of that. That only applies if it's bad. And again, what to know if it's bad is kind of just the plain obvious. They don't treat you right. They don't put in the effort that you want them to put. They're not the type of friend that you want to have. They talk shit about you for no reason when you're honestly just living your life like everyone else and you haven't done anything to them. Or it's all just plain obvious right there. I promise you, if someone's being a bad friend, you can see that very clear. And sometimes you can't, and that's okay. But it's good to point it out. And the thing is, this is what I have. This is my own opinion. This is talking about friendships, but even for relationships, I don't think that you should do the whole, oh yeah, we're going to be here forever. Because you might, 100,000%. But the thing is, you can't be so certain about everything. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not certain that every single person is going to be in my life. And it hurts me to say. Trust me, that sentence hurts me to say because I care about that stuff a lot. But even with me, I'm not predicting on the forever because I've said that with so many people and so many friends that it's just like not there for me. But if that's there for you, then that's totally okay. I just don't think it's very, like, grand, you know? Like, I would hope that I have all these friends forever, but I also can't depend on that and be hopeful for that for the rest of my entire life, that they're going to be there every single fucking day, even though I want them to be. I promise you, it hurts me to say. I promise you it does, because I want a lot of people in my life. But again, I'm just not dependent. Or at least I was not as dependent as I was, I'm going to name an example. Like, the start of my sophomore year. I was chasing people, and it honestly hurt me to chase people, because it was like, why am I chasing for these people that don't even want me in their life, nor do they really care that much? And I think that goes for everybody. Don't chase people. Don't chase people. And this isn't friendship-wise right now. Don't. Like, you know your worth. You know what you deserve. You know that you shouldn't be chasing people. You know? Both ways, you shouldn't. You know? It's just not. And I feel bad. If I ever chased you, if anyone that I have chased watches this, I'm sorry. I was just a very dependent person. And I'm aware of that now, but I promise I'm not. I really promise I'm not. Like, I could give less oh my god. I could give less of a shit because I know my worth and I know that I can take care of myself. And I think it's very important for me to vocally say out loud that I have certain things about myself that I've struggled with before, and admitting, like, yeah, I did do that. And it's perfectly beautiful and normal and healthy. I promise it's not bad. I hate people that make it seem like admitting things about yourself or admitting wrong about yourself is so bad, because it's so beautiful to be like, yeah, I fucked up. And it's like, you're just aware. You're just aware. And with saying all these things about friends, trust me, I love my friends. I love my friends more than anything ever. Like, I love them all. Even if I don't say it every day, or even if I don't text you every day, or even if I just don't talk to you, I love you. It's just sometimes, no, not sometimes. All of the time you got to put yourself first, and you're your own best friend first. So that's literally all I'm saying. I love all my friends though. Like, it literally makes me giddy talking about my friends. So why did I make this video of me just rambling about friends a lot? Because when you're in middle school, and for my age, when you're in high school, you can't really, like, it's so hard to get rid of friends. Because that's kind of all you ever known. You're in school, you have your hobbies, you have the things, and it's kind of just like, that's like all the people that you got, you know? So it's hard to pick and choose off of what you need, because there's not that much opportunities in high school or middle school to meet more people that are going to be close to you. You can meet a ton of people that could be just your filler friends, and you just talk to them at school. But as your actual close friends, it is so hard and rare, and it's so beautiful. And again, I am never going to take it for granted. So yeah, I hope this in some way was kind of like, maybe I should, like, maybe this is like a video where you're like, oh, maybe I should just like get rid of this friend now. Cool, you do that, but communicate and be nice. Except like if they're like a liar and a manipulator and like are kind of, you know what I mean? But I hope for some people or all people that this was beneficial, and it was funny because I like making light of situations or scenarios and being funny. So yeah. And I'm sorry if this seems rushed. I'm kind of off of a few hours of sleep. Kind of. Not really. Why am I being dramatic? I literally got 9 fucking hours. I'm just saying I had a long day at work. So yeah. And only my friends and my family watch this. But it's very motivational because it's like I feel very philosophical and I feel very refreshed after I do one of these, because I just like, my brain feels cleansed, like emitting a lot of things out loud. It's beautiful to admit things out loud. Do it! But yeah. Someone please tell me if there's things that I should talk about, or in the comments or in my DMs or in my text messages. Like, I promise it's not weird to talk to me. I promise. And not in the way of like it's weird to talk to me. Like, I wouldn't think it's weird if you reached out about that stuff. So yeah. Bye bye.